Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be building a massive chicken feeder and chicken waterer. Right in front of me is a 50-gallon tub that I got from Walmart for about $20, and we are about to install, or at least place, the chicken feeders. You want to space these pretty evenly apart, and then you want them 4 inches above the bottom of the container. So you're going to take your measuring tape, your marker, and mark those spots along where 4 inches above that bottom level is. This way, there's going to be plenty of room for the chickens' heads. You don't want them just knocking themselves out trying to get fed. I'm then going back in and cross-hatching all of my marks so I know where to put the tip of the drill bit so that I can do my holes perfectly center to where I have them placed currently. The hole saw that you need comes with this kit. It also comes with a small drill bit that goes inside of it that has a spring on it. I do suggest leaving that spring on. I took the spring off, and you will see what happens to me with that spring gone. Go ahead and double check that you have it all set up like you are supposed to, and that it will work on your drill. Make sure that you are super tightening your drill. I always tend to not tighten them tight enough, and then my drill bits fall out and it's a disaster. So I'm just going to go in, make sure that everything is super tight, and that way you're moving in the correct direction, because I also have an issue with putting my drill in reverse and wondering why it is not doing what I need it to do. I am setting it on the number 2. Right now I'm in reverse and just realizing it. And we go boom, it cuts through, and then I push on it like an idiot and fall down. And at this point is where I hid my hoodie strings. So we're going to continue to do this to each mark that we have on our tub. Yes, the holes are a little off. It's not going to matter that much. What matters is that your chickens have enough head space to get to the food once your feeders are installed. And yes, I know we are making a massive mess. Everything is clean upable. We're throwing stuff just everywhere. And right after I cleaned, for crying out loud. But we're going to finish drilling our holes, drive the animals crazy because they are not super happy about this, and Maka has run away at this point. Alright, so now what I did try to do is use my sanding block. It did not work that great, so I just used my hands, cleaned up around the holes, and we are good to go. I just don't want the chickens getting any of those little plastic bits in their food, so I want to make sure it is super cleaned up. Now it is time to flip it and dump it, and we are going to insert our chicken feeders. I do have a rubber ring on the outside to help keep the food inside. Then I'm going to attach the inner, they don't even name these things, y'all. These instructions are horrendous. So you're going to take your little circle guy and twist it around. What you see here with the little feeder guys going upward is not what you want to do, because then the food will just run directly out. I figure that out in a hot second, and then I go in and I switch them all around to the correct direction. But we are going to continue to seal in our feeders all the way down. Yes, there is an issue. This is not the easiest product in the world to work with. It does the job. It gets it done. It was cheap. And I think that's what's really mattering right here. Once I got the hang of it, it got super simple, and I started to speed through it. So it just takes a second to get the knack. Again, I did flip the feeders around the correct direction. Yes, I did. We're going to go ahead and finish putting on the rings, which should end here in a moment. This was probably one of the more time-consuming portions of doing this, just because the rings did not want to go on extremely well. It was trying to wiggle them and get them fit into the grooves they're supposed to go into. So this part was a bit time consuming. It may have just been the batch that I got. But we are almost there, guys. Almost there. 4 minutes in, 5 minutes in, and we almost have a 50-gallon chicken feeder ready to go. The next portion of this, we are going to clean it out. Really just make sure that none of that plastic is still left in your container. You really don't want your chickens eating that. But at this point, our horde will be fed and we will stop breaking our backs so many times on dragging food out to the chickens. It is time to get on to the chicken waterer. This is a 30-gallon Sterilite tub from Walmart. I believe this one was about $10 or $15. I can't remember off the top of my head. You want to place the waterers far enough up so that when they touch the chickens touch them and they go down, that they can fill with water and not overflow. I am marking where I want them so that I can use my drill bit to hit the right spot. And I am trying my best to keep them level. I probably don't. Let me warn you, this system does come with a drill bit. I ended up having to use a 3/8 drill bit to get the chicken waterers to fit in. Once you have your holes in and they're big enough, you just twist your chicken waterer in, and it comes with a little black spinner guy for the back. Yes, I know my words so well. And you want to tighten that, I think it's a nut. You tighten the nut around the opposite side of the chicken waterer. Once you have them all set in, it goes super quick. Once you figure out that the drill bit's not quite the right size, let me save you 45 minutes of anger and annoyance. 3/8 drill bit. Just trust me on this. So we go in and we're going to pop them all in real quick. We're going to put the nuts on the back and get everything cleaned up. I will link this system in the description box below. It's up to you if you want to get it. It is a fairly cheap way to go about doing this. I may have honestly just gotten a bad batch, but a drill bit does come with it. It comes with everything you need to put it together except for the tubs and decent direction. And now the horde will be watered as well as fed. The reason I went with the 30-gallon tub, I will never fill this all the way up because we do freeze and thaw. My theory is I can put 20 gallons of water in it with 2 1-gallon clear milk jugs full of rock salt to keep it from freezing, and then I will just remove those in the summertime. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I will be happy to update you with everything. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have a blessed and magical week, y'all. Bye.